Oh, giddy up, Mule. Hey everybody, I'm David Roberts.
And I'm Michelle Lafon.
And we're Unbound Overland. We're here with our good friend Kevin Kerth.
At Toyota Yoda. We're in Beaver Toyota in Cumming, Georgia.
And Beaver's been gracious enough to allow us to come into their showroom today. Kevin is going to talk about the crawl system. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Subscribe.
All right, Mr. Toyota Yoda, tell us about the crawl system.
Yeah, so the Toyota 4Runner TRD Off-Road is equipped with a couple of really amazing technologies. One is the multi-terrain selection switch and crawl mode. So both of these technologies are designed to be used in 4 low. So you shift into 4 low, turn these on. When you're setting the multi-terrain selection, you get to choose the different switches right there, and it will show in your multi-information display, which is awesome. So you'll know exactly what it is, be it moguls or rock or loose rock or sand and snow or mud. But the one that's near and dear to my heart, and I know near and dear to yours because I've seen you use it in your videos, is the crawl mode. And the crawl mode it's a pretty amazing technology. So basically you can set it from 1 mile an hour to 5 miles an hour, and all you do is steer. So the truck's going to modulate the braking system, and the second it senses any wheel slippage, it actually will apply a brake to that wheel and send the power to the 3 wheels that have traction, and it keeps checking that wheel, and as soon as that wheel is back on firm ground again or has traction, it applies power back to it. And it does this so quickly that as a human, there's no way you could ever modulate the brakes like this does. Right. Yep. And so I've seen some pretty technical things that you've gone up and you don't see the wheels spinning, and it's just smooth. It's just like it's like you're just out for a day riding down the road, and this thing is going up steep muddy terrain. It's going over dips and humps in that muddy terrain, and it's just cruising like butter. So yeah, it's pretty amazing technology, and it's standard in the TRD off-road.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible to see the videos, but then to feel it happen, and then you hear it happening under the hood, and it even says in the manual, hey, you'll hear some noise from under your hood, and you just feel it happening. It's pretty wild because we've been through some gnarly stuff with it, but yeah, and also the KDSS is still on here. I wanted to make sure. I meant to say we replaced the struts and the shocks and springs. KDSS is still on here. So that coupled with this is just it's done everything we've asked of it, and I'm very confident we can go into pretty much anything we want to and not have any worries. So
And for those of you who don't know what KDSS is a kinetic dynamic suspension system. It was actually developed for the Land Cruiser, and you know that the Land Cruiser's used all over the world. It's sort of like the benchmark for off-road vehicles, and so they put the KDSS on the TRD off-road. It's an available suspension system, but essentially what it is it links the control arms hydraulically. So when the vehicle's stable on level ground, the control arms stay locked, and that helps with body roll and stability. But as soon as you go off-road, when the hydraulic pressure changes, they unlink, and then you get full articulation in all four wheels, and you get a lot, as Dave could talk about, there's a lot of travel, and that also helps to maximize the traction, because you've got more surface of the tire in contact with the ground, and you don't just have a tire up in space, but it also helps to keep the vehicle a lot more level when you're going off-road, and that just gives you a little more control.
Yeah, you can watch some of our videos and you can see the body of the vehicle stay fairly level with full down travel in the rear and full up travel in the front, and the vehicle is just kind of staying pretty much level. It's wild. I mean, it's pretty awesome system. So, well, hey buddy, I appreciate your time today.
My pleasure.
And thank you very much for walking us through that.
You betcha.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Hey guys, welcome back to Toyota Yoda here. I'm with my buddy Dave Roberts with Unbound Overland, and we were talking about his amazing Toyota 4Runner TRD off-road. Dave, I know that this is a mostly stock vehicle, but there were a few things, upgrades that you've done to it. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about that?
So really, we've been very happy with everything TRD right out of the box. The only thing that we've changed, and it was not for not performing, it's just for what we needed. We took the KDSS system out and we put in an Old Man Emu 3-inch suspension lift with 150 pound front springs, 440 pound continuous rate rear springs. I left Beaver Toyota with these Nitos on here, so as well as the KMC XDs. With the authentic rock rash. Now, for a 2-month-old vehicle, it's a tool. It's getting loved the way we feel like it needs to be loved.
Right.
So, moving around to the front, stock air filter. We are going to put a K&N air filter in. Maybe pick up a half mile or a mile to a gallon. Anything helps on cross-country trips. Single battery system right now. We have not gone to a dual yet. We're trying to minimize electrical components. We're van lifers, and we're very familiar with water systems and electrical systems and all the maintenance and stuff. So we're trying to keep this thing simple with electrical. ARB dual cylinder air compressor. Obviously, airing up and airing down is mandatory off-road, and getting in dealer showrooms, you have to drop to about 15 pounds PSI. So ARB twin cylinder compressor, had it in the Arizona desert. We love it. Awesome performer. Starting at the top, the Tepui Kukanam Sky ruggedized tent. Love that thing. Had it in single degree temperatures. We've had snow on the roof. It's been in rain. It's been, we love it. No condensation in any environment. We've had it in the desert. Great high winds. We love it. Very, very solid performer as well. Pelican 1610 for a foot locker up top. Roto packs. Now, some of you think this is overkill, but the reason I have 3 roto packs on top is because a fuel cell puncture, when you're on a 230 mile range vehicle and you're 3 days from a gas station, well, we had roto packs puncture in Arizona. Okay, so we lost 2 gallons of fuel. Well, if I hadn't had spare, we were out 2 days from anywhere, so there was no backup for fuel. So we have had a Rotopax puncture. That's why we carry extra. And to be honest with you, we are having a CVI dual swing arm rear bumper put on, and it's going to have the ability to carry 2 metal NATO cans. And personally, I'm going to be dropping the Rotopax from that one puncture incident. That's just not peace of mind for me. We're hard on gear. I promise these folks in these videos we will do real life gear reviews, and I'll tell you what works for us, what doesn't. We'll be dropping the Rotopax and going to steel NATO cans and a double can carrier on the rear. Easy on Swift awning. Absolutely love it. We've had it in rains, a little bit of wind. Obviously, you don't want to use an awning in high winds in any situation. But solid performer, drives quickly, very rugged, easy to set up, one person setup. So moving around to the rear. Now, I will say that you might have noticed that Michelle and I love our coffee, so we have to have a place to, make coffee, and we're runners, so we have to have our food. So food and coffee kind of go hand in hand. So we're trying to go non-electrical right now. We'll see how it goes. In the Arizona desert, we only had to put ice in this thing 2 times, and really 1 time. The second time was just just to do it because we were at ice, at a place to reload. The Easy On fridge shuttle. It's low profile. We use the back of this vehicle. We have a platform. The rear seats have been taken out. We have a platform built. And when we're in sketchy areas that we can't break out the rooftop tent or whatever, Walmart parking lot in somewhere Kansas that we're moving across country needing to go quickly, not deal with hotels and things, we use the back for a platform. So having a low profile refrigerator slide so that we can sleep on top of it was a big deal. So this is a low profile situation. It's Easy On, so it's ruggedly built, of course. Lifesaver jerry can, 20,000 gallon of water filtration, including virus. Love this thing. It's simply pump up to create pressure. There's the valve. The standard ARB Outback drawers. Love these things, solid. They lock open and easy to close. And what Overland vehicle would be an Overland vehicle without a trasheroo? Now our CBI swing arm is being dual rear swing arm bumper is being built. So this now is mounted on the Goby rack rear ladder, and that is a Goby rack up top, by the way. And then the tread sand tracks. We've seen comparisons both ways with these. The guys in Australia, Ronnie Dahl, for instance, has done head-to-head comparisons of the Max tracks versus these treads. We had them in use in Arizona. The jury's still out. Sand tracks to us or sand tracks. If something doesn't happen to these are fine with us. We like them. We use them for leveling every night. Get to an uneven place, we put them under the tires to level the vehicle for sleeping in the tent. Other than that, I appreciate you allowing us here. These folks have been so gracious as to allow us to come down and film. If you hadn't noticed, we are in the showroom at Beaver Toyota. That was my first experience with Beaver, that they welcomed us in, open arms, treated us like family, and it's just been an incredible experience. So, thank you very much, Kevin.
My pleasure.
We'll see you again. We'll be drinking coffee soon.
There you go.
Join us next week. Come see us at unboundoverland.com, Unbound Overland on YouTube, and at Unbound Overland on Instagram. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Take care.
With our good friend Kevin Kerth
The Toyota Yoda.
at Beaver Toyota in Cumming, Georgia. 10 seconds. Hey everybody, I'm David Roberts.
And I'm Michelle LaFawn, and
We're Unbound Overland. Hey, we're here today with our good friend Kevin Kerth. All right, let's do it again. Come on. We've had it around the country since then, so it all started right here. We're very fortunate to be in their showroom and blah, 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 blah. 10 seconds, go. 10 seconds. All right, what do you think, Kevin? Give us some feedback.
Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect.